Bahamas. I'm Karen.
And I'm Eain.
Welcome to our tea time, where we will discuss ways in which we can make a difference within our beautiful country, the Bahamas.
Also, we will be having some very informative discussions on some of our lost industries and how we can restore them in order to boost our economy of the Bahamas.
Yes, so sit back, relax, grab your tea, and enjoy.
It's tea time.
Welcome back to Tea Time on Bahamian TV. I'm Karen.
And I'm Eain.
And today we'll be discussing some of our lost industries in the Bahamas. First, we'll start off with
Sisal.
Okay, let's talk about the sisal.
Well, the sisals actually were introduced to the Bahamas sometime in the 1800s. The sisal is a resilient crop.
Yes.
Karen, if you know, the sisal is actually used also for the agave.
Yes.
So you do know that the agave that we import is actually found in the actual sisal.
I actually have it in my kitchen. And it's right here in the Bahamas.
It's funny that you would say that.
Wow.
Especially through droughts. Most farmers and persons around the world, in terms of Mexico, just to name a few, they actually produce the sisal now for the agave. And it does not deteriorate even with long storage.
Wow. Can't get better than
Sisal
that.
is one of the few crops that thrived on the rocky limestones. And it has made roaring businesses all over the Bahamas.
Where can we find it?
You can find it in various islands of the Bahamas. You can find it in Abaco. It was in Andros, Eleuthera, Ragged Island, Crooked Island, and it's still found in those places right now.
You know, who came up with the idea of using the sisal plant for those things?
Well, the sisal plant was introduced in the Bahamas in the early 1800s.
Okay.
It was actually introduced by Sir Henry Blake. Sir Henry Blake was one of the governors at the time that ruled in one of the Bahamian colonies. In the 1800s, when Sir Henry introduced the actual plant, it boomed. It was along the same time with the pineapples. I know you're familiar
Yes,
with
the pineapples.
You know, the pineapple from Eleuthera.
Right.
The sugar loaf was introduced during the same time. And those industries thrive beyond the other industries that's actually going on at the time.
Yes, the sisal and the pineapple.
Yes, the pineapple. They were two of the main things that we exported.
So what do you think went wrong
Well, Karen, just like a lot of those other industries that we have in the country right now that considered to be lost, just to name a few.
Yes.
Sponging.
Right, I remember.
We had the sponging, and sponging was one of the main resources in the country at the time. We also had logging and wood cutting.
Yes.
Those were found, actually. Logging was happening in Abaco and in Andros. Let's not talk about the sleeping giant, Karen.
Oh, gee, no. Andros, the sleeping giant.
Home of the freshwater. Home of the land crab. Can you imagine that? What we can do as a country and actually restart and jumpstart these industries back again.
Yes. How do you think we could, restore some of these lost industries?
Well, Karen, it takes the mindset of a people to change.
Yes.
You know, the Bahamas has come a long way.
Yes, we have.
And in the Bahamas, we find ourselves down the aisles of actually importing. We become a buyer's nation.
Yes.
Rather than a productive nation.
Correct.
And the way forward for the Bahamas, we have to become more productive.
Yes.
So we have to go back to which we started. So we have to get back into those industries. We have to create new industries. We have to get creative enough to do what we love to do.
Yes, yes. And this topic is so important because we have the young people. They're coming up. They may be able to make the difference that we lost. So there's still hope. But people need to be educated on how to restore them and how to package or manufacture these items.
Did you know, Karen, that sisal was actually the commercial term for fiber?
Oh, really?
Yes, it was. This plant that was formerly known as the agave plant, it has different uses of it. You can use it for the agave. You can use it for the rope, which is the fiber of the actual plant.
Wow.
So it has a lot of different uses of it. Karen, there's a lot of untapped land that we have in our country today. But we have to become more proactive in terms of us going forward. This is the only way the Bahamas is going to survive. We have to become that, which we are not at this time.
Yes.
We have to go back to the ground. We have to go back to industries and trade. This is how we enter into the global market to make the Bahamas what it once was.
Thank you, Eain. On that note, we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Natural Bright Soap Collection for a brighter, clearer, smoother complexion. Vitamin A and E enriched Natural Bright cleanses, exfoliates, and moisturizes for a soft, glowing, even skin tone. Natural Bright Whitening, Lemon and Papaya exfoliating soaps for a brighter, clearer, smoother complexion that brings out the natural you. Also available in cream and gel. Natural Bright Soap Collection, distributed by ESC Distributors. Telephone 394-0819.
Welcome back to Tea Time on Bahamian TV, where we're discussing some of our lost industries. During the break, Eain and I discussed the big sleeping giant.
Andros.
Yes, Andros.
It's so funny that you would mention that, Karen. When I think about our uniqueness of our islands, similar to what you discussed, Andros.
Yes.
Andros is unique. It is the home of the land crab, where millions of land crab is actually found. I'm thinking about an industry in terms of real crab meat. What about the water?
What about the water?
Fresh spring water.
So where can we find this water?
Andros is known as the home of the fresh water.
No way. So you were talking about this alkaline water everyone's talking about. We buy it in bottles, we import, and we have it there. We can actually take our cup and drink the
fresh water springs we have in Andros.
This is unbelievable.
The city of Nassau was being bust water from Andros for a very long time.
Man, Eain, I'm trying to figure out why is it that Bahamians don't take advantage of these resources.
Karen, I'm looking on things from a global aspect.
Yes.
I see the water Fiji. It is known to Fiji.
Yes.
Fiji has now placed its water, a brand. They have now imported that around the world. The Fiji water now is being sold in almost every country. We have the Andros water.
Yes.
What is just as good as Fiji water or even better. This is paradise that we live in, Karen.
It is.
So why aren't we producing a water that's from the Bahamas, that's healthy for you, that's good for you,
exactly,
and export it all around the world?
Yes.
Karen, I think the major problem that Bahamians find themselves in is finances.
Yeah, that could be a point. Yes.
I think the Bahamas has resilience. I think we have creativity.
Yes.
Now we have to find venues that we can actually tap into to find the resources of the finances that we can now propel ourselves into the 21st century.
Yes.
This is the way forward. And if we're not thinking like that, we will be just like the Andres, like we consider the sleeping giant that has all of these untapped resources.
Wow, that's amazing. I know a lot of you out there did not know about all of these industries that we had, and what a gem. We have paradise in the Bahamas. We have everything. People see it. We don't see it, but the investors see it.
Yes.
They know what we have here, so they try to tap into what we have. This is so, I mean, this is amazing.
Karen, I said to a friend of mine, I make mention to him, I said to him is that the Chinese, we're going to use the Chinese for illustration.
Yes.
The Chinese way of business, they understand globalization.
Yes.
They understand once they have already adapted to get into your society, they now conform you. How do they conform you? They see what you lack, they see what you don't understand,
Yes.
and they exploit that. And because of that, this is why they become so resourceful. They have a backer that backs them financially to go out into the wider nations and invest in them to bring back currency back home.
Do we believe in ourselves? Because, like we were also discussing, when you go to the hotels,
Yes.
what do you see in the bathrooms? What do you see in those hotels?
Karen,
do you see Bahamian made products?
Karen, I'm so glad that you would say that, Karen. Our perspective to our people, it has to be self-pride.
Yes.
It has to be Bahamian first, because every nation on the planet believes in bringing forward their people first.
Yes.
And not from a saying, but from an action perspective.
Yes.
I've been to Jamaica, and I walked into a hotel in Jamaica, and I thought it was just to that hotel. And I saw 95% of products that would have been used in the hotels and in the food stores would have been Jamaican driven.
You are correct, Eain. I also visited Jamaica and I was blown away. It's like I went into the food store. You said 95? 98% of the items in the food store were made in Jamaica. When we get our food, the chicken is it's smaller than we used to. You know, we used to bake chicken,
It's
right?
an organic chicken.
Yard grown or whatever, farm grown chicken.
Organic chickens.
Yes, it's not big, y'all. It's not the big fat thigh and the leg that you get. It's the small ones.
But it tastes good.
It tastes very good. And it was like, why can't we do that? We have so much talent. We have things where people try to do, but it never reaches, it never goes into our stores. No one, if it's Bahamian, they probably wouldn't buy it because they think it's not good. But we can do just as good as the ones that are important, even better.
Karen, I remember when my mom used to take me to the hotels back in the day in the Bahamas, and we went into the hotel rooms. They had the complimentary jams, and they were Bahamian made. This is the industries we have to tap into.
Yes.
Because if we're not tapping into those industries, and the powers to be, if they're not ensuring that the Bahamians are going to be first, then we find ourselves down a servitude
Yes.
perspective. We're gonna actually be in the service industries and not to the owner's table.
Until next time, you've been watching Tea Time on Bahamian TV, brought to you by Games and Things, Games and More, Sell All, National Treasures Bahamas, who provided us with these beautiful cups, and Mammy's Johnny Cake.
So tune into our next episode. You don't want to miss it.
Bye.
See you later.
Yes.
okay now, stranger?
Everything cool, you know?
Yeah, you clean now. Yeah, man. I like these shoes, you know.
I get it from David Jones, boy.
David Jones, eh?
Yeah, man.
The hat too?
Yeah, the whole outfit, boy.
Boy, I gotta get me one, you know.
Man, go down the corner right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man.
That's a new clothing store.
Yes, boy, in the corner there.
Alright. Boy, let's do this, man. Hey, we wear, man.
David Jones, man.
David Jones.
Yeah, David Jones. Keep like those clothes, man.
Lady Ellen at your service, and I will be reciting a few of my poetry for you. This one is entitled I Wish I Had a Cat, and it was written way back in then, and I was about 10 years old. I wish I had a cat. I wish I had a cat just to chase those nasty rats. They drink my milk and they eat my cheese, and they sometimes even make me sneeze. Achoo! Oh, they are so big and gray, I don't want them to stay. They've been here since May, even June and July. Oh, I don't know why. I just wish I had a cat, just to chase these nasty rats. Push, baby, push. As I sit there on that area at the Princess Margaret Place, big belly, my laugh with looks of pain upon my face. I rock from side to side, sitting there on that bench, trying to find some comfort in all that noise and stench. Nurses them discussing soaps they washed the day before. Haitian mommy screaming, "Page, page, page, no can take no pain no more." I look around in that place to see who all was in the room. About 10 of we expecting, and a janitor with a broom. 3 Haitian mommies, 6 Bahamians and a mix. We all was waiting in line to let the doctor fix. No time for chit chat, we in some serious pain. Don't care for no kind of noise, judge the latter rain. Waiting patiently on my baby, I feel the pain within. One thing for sure, I was glad that I didn't conceive in sin. Cause one of them patients, man, she was just a child. Them nurses do she so bad and made she wait a while. I feel so sorry for she, but there was nothing that I could do but endure my pain by myself and hope I pull this true. I see the doctor dash in with the pencil upon the ears, examine the patient cross for me. She was but 20 years. She baby was a pushing, cause we all could see the head. The nurses come a running to put she in one bed. In another room was a doctor who was working on Miss Big Moat. She was screaming off from she lungs, "Man, get this baby out!" Time goes by slowly as the 10 reach down to 8. Baby moving inside of me. Lord, just give me fit. I won't cry so badly, so I let the tears run down. No time for dignity, I didn't care who was looking round. The bench is so uncomfortable, so I walk around a bit, hoping that it would ease my pain, but Lord, I better sit. Moanings, groanings, and screaming is all that we could hear. Mommy and she neighbor then halfway off the chair. The nurse dashed in to help the 2 who was now on the floor, then dilated 8 centimeters, maybe even more. So one by one they go, and the room is getting clear. I hear one nurse whisper, "She could be back next year."
At Games and Things, Games and More, and Sell All, we have all you need and more. We have battery-operated fans, we have inverters, LED lights, battery backups. We also have battery-operated radios. And soon to come, our solar-powered fans. Didn't I tell you, Bahamas? We have all you need and more. No need for excuses anymore. You can work out in the comfort of your home or office with one of these great fitness equipment here at Sell All Electronics and Games and More. We also have a huge selection of treadmills, bikes, ellipticals, and so much more. We are so excited to introduce to you our new unique products at Games and Things, Games and More, and Sell All. First, we have here the smartwatches for adults, a variety of smartwatches starting at $56. We also have it for kids with a tracking device. Keep track of your child while at the playground, while at school, or when you travel abroad. Then we also have the surveillance camera, a panorama camera that you can see from your phone, your smartphone. It also comes in this style. It looks like a light bulb. That is also a camera. And here is also a camera. So you have a huge variety to choose from at our stores. One more thing. Here we have a unique USB charging cable. It's magnetic. It comes in 2 pieces. You insert one piece into the charging port and then you attach the USB cable. It prevents your charging port from damage. We have surveillance cameras starting at $199 and a huge selection of flat screen televisions starting at $220. We also have a huge selection of entertainment stands, Bluetooth speakers, laptops, appliances, accessories, ink cartridges, and so much more. Now don't forget to check us out at Games and Things Marathon Road, Games and More the Southwest Plaza, Carmichael Road, or Sell All Electronics and Appliances, Marshalls Plaza, Carmichael Road.
Mama done called the mechanic man to come and fix the car. Old Betsy sitting up in the garage for more than 3 months now. Mechanic man be at me home more than I could count. And for some strange reason, he never charged Mama no amount. I come home early one day. He was stretched out in the chair. Anger rushing through my veins cause he wasn't supposed to be there. Ma come dashing from she room, all dressed down in red, smelling like some flower shop. She had petals across she bed. Mechanic man jumped to his feet, not a word he said. Mama sent me to my room, say I must go and play. I didn't like what I was feeling. Something was really wrong. Blood boiling in my veins, Papa taking mighty long. Say about 2 hours later, I see my pa coming home, tired from me hard day's work, going straight there to his room. When he realized what was going on, Pa most catch heart attack. Cause the only thing he see was the mechanic greasy back. As he ran for his shotgun, there was no bullet in. But one by one he loaded she up, then the fight began. Mechanic man grab his clothes, dashing for the door. Pa lick off his first shot, missing him by an inch or more. As he aimed for his running legs, Ma grab a hold of his hand. Pa aim went to the left, causing him to miss the mechanic man. He was sweating droplets of blood, thought he was dead for sure. He lift his hand and say, Lord, I swear, I ain't gonna do this thing no more. Pa shoot that gun again, grazing him by an inch. He knew for sure that the next one, he was gonna feel a pinch. But mechanic man drive off in his car, never ever looking back, forgetting that old Betsy still needed fixing inside the shack. Well, Pa never mentioned to Ma about that incident at all, but he left them bullets as is embedded inside the wall. He say it's for remembrance, so that Ma would always know that he there is a real man, not some kind of puppy show. Well, Mama learned she lesson, and Pa let off his steam. As Ma think that she said, boy, I tell you, two could play this game. When I was just a child in high school, and I was in my English class, and at the time they had, we were studying Shakespeare and Langston Hughes, poetry and stuff like that. And I started to say, I said, man, I'm a Bahamian. I live in the Bahamas. Why is it that we have to have these poetry with thou art more fairest than the sun itself? I said, why can't we have some Bahamian poems inside the schools? Why we have to have English versions and American versions? Why not some Bahamian versions? And that's how it started for me. I went home and I said, you know something, I'm gonna start writing some Bahamian poems with the dialect inside of it, our language. That was my passion. And I Wish I Had a Cat was the very first one that I would have written when I was in grade 5 or 6. I was 10 years at the time. And it branched off from there. And what I do is every time I experience something, I can write a poem on any topic in the world. Every time I experience something, I write on it. Anything, something happens inside our country, I write on it. And I also do customized poetry. People, they hire me and they say, I need you to write this poem about my Grammy. And they give me a little bit of information on her, and I go from there. But poetry is my thing. It brings peace to me, and I know that it is a gift from God himself. Hey, I thought this was wine. It's just apple cider. I don't drink. I don't even know how wine tastes. What I would like to say to any young individual, young, old alike, if you're alive, there's a gift that is in you that God would have placed in you from you were before you even born. And it's something that you enjoy doing. People, this thing, what is your gift that God give you that can make you a millionaire? You will do this thing, and even if someone don't pay you, you just enjoy doing it. And when you do it, you feel a peace. You feel free, you just enjoy it. That is the area you need to harvest and put your time and your effort into. Whether it's plaiting hair, whether it's playing the piano, whether it's singing or dancing, whatever that gift is, it's just a natural gift. Spend time with that and begin to utilize it. The Word of God says your gift will make room for you. So I'd like to encourage everybody under the sound of my voice that is viewing this, begin to take time in that gifting. And another thing is, if you are at a place, or let's say at a job, where every day you got to fight to put your clothes on, you rowing in the traffic to go to this place, then you are out of place, you're out of position. You need to leave that job alone and begin to tap into some of them giftings inside of you. If you like to cook, go and open up a restaurant, you understand? If you like to perform, go in and begin to go in the area of the arena. Find Gino G if you have to, and say, listen, I need to find this avenue. This is what I enjoy doing. You have to do something that you naturally enjoy doing so that you will become alive, okay? As long as you are doing something that you don't like doing, you're in prison, you're in jail. Your spirit man will never be free, and you'll never get to reach your full potential. So that is my word of encouragement for anybody. Take time and do that thing which you naturally enjoy doing, and you will become a billionaire.